The Triassic period was over. The volcanoes had cooled. The competitors were gone.
The dinosaurs had inherited the Earth, and now they were going to grow. This is the Jurassic period. The great supercontinent Pangaea was breaking apart. This changed the climate. The harsh deserts of the Triassic were replaced by humid coastal plains.
And this new, wet world created a planet-sized buffet.
This is the Earth journey.
The first titans were the sauropods, the long necks.
They were eating machines. They didn't chew, they just swallowed all day long.
So how did they get so big? It was a combination of innovations. Second, they had super efficient lungs, like modern birds. It allowed them to power their massive bodies.
Second, they had super efficient lungs. Like modern birds, it allowed them to power their massive bodies.
Third, the long neck. It was a 50-foot feeding arm, letting them graze a huge area just by standing still. And fourth, a small, light head. They didn't need heavy chewing muscles. They let their massive stomach do the work. They came in all shapes. The high browsers, like Brachiosaurus, and the low grazers, like Diplodocus. Their tails may have been defensive weapons, breaking the sound barrier with a sonic boom.
They were ecological engineers. Herds isn't the right word. They were moving forests.
But this planet-sized buffet attracted a new kind of killer. The predators had also gotten bigger.
Is Allosaurus, the lion of the Jurassic.
It was the apex predator of its time. And it was brutal.
It didn't just bite. It was a hatchet hunter. It would slam its upper jaw down, using its entire skull like an axe, creating massive, bleeding wounds.
They were pack hunters, capable of taking down prey, many times their own size.
The Jurassic was a predator's paradise. There was Allosaurus and the strange, horned Ceratosaurus.
It was a world of eat or be eaten.
So, how did the plant eaters fight back?
Meet Stegosaurus and its revolutionary defensive armor.
These plates weren't for defense. They were for display. Billboards to attract a mate or intimidate rivals.
This was for defense.
The Thagomizer, a medieval mace at the end of a powerful, muscular tail.
It was the ultimate standoff. The hatchet jaw versus the spike tail.
The Age of Giants was also the Age of Armor. But the dinosaurs didn't just rule the land. The Terrans, their flying cousins, had also evolved. They were no longer small gliders. They were sophisticated, powered flyers.
They dominated the skies,
ruling the coastlines of the world.
And beneath the waves, another group of reptiles had become monsters.
This is a plesiosaur, the T-Rex of the deep.
It was an apex predator with a bite force that would make a T-Rex blush.
The oceans were full, sleek, dolphin-like ichthyosaurs.
And the bizarre, long-necked plesiosaurs.
It was a golden age. And our ancestors, the mammals, still hiding, still small.
They were living in a world of giants, just trying not to get stepped on.
This stable, Jurassic world of giants seemed like it would last forever.
But down in the shadows, a new revolution was quietly beginning. A new kind of plant, the flowering plant. It was an invention that would change the world and create a new dynasty.
It would fuel the rise of the most famous predator of all.
The story of the flowers and the tyrant king they created is the next step in our journey.
The Jurassic, a world of giants.
A world of new weapons.
A world of terrifying predators and powerful defenders.
The reptiles ruled the sky. And the sea.
The Earth never stops changing.
But a quiet revolution was about to begin.
The Earth never stops changing.
Even in the golden age of the dinosaurs, the seeds of the next world were being planted that would change the color of the entire planet. The journey continues. Join us again as we continue our journey across the planet. This is the Earth Journey. If you want to continue this journey through time, subscribe to the Earth Journey.
Our story, is just beginning.
The Jurassic was the age of sauropods. And the great theropod hunters, like Allosaurus.
It were armories of size, armor, and weapons.
And our ancestors were biding their time.
The skies were claimed by reptiles. seas were ruled by monsters.
And our ancestors were biding their time.
But a new power was about to change the world. The flower. And the tyrant king that it would help create. Was a world of giants. A world of iconic battles and epic struggles for survival.
A stable, green, and vibrant world. Life was thriving.
Predators were diversifying.
The age of reptiles was at its absolute peak.
The planet itself was changing beneath their feet.
Creating new climates and new opportunities.
The weapons were becoming more deadly.
The defenses more elaborate.
The oceans were more terrifying than ever. The skies were conquered. But even golden ages must end. A new evolution that would spell the beginning of the end. Their time is almost over. But even golden ages must end. The stage was being set for the final act. The age of the Cretaceous. That would be ruled by a tyrant.
A world that would change forever.
The journey continues.
Join us next time. As we explore the rise of the flowers.
And the coming of the king. Bird continues.
A new world is blooming. Our ancestors are still waiting.
Their time is almost over. A new predator is coming. The skies will change. The seas will change. The land will change.
The age of giants leads to the age of tyrants.
Thank you for watching the Earth Journey.
For the next chapter.